Grand Rising Galactic Jedis, how is everyone doing out there? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today on the, is it the 5th? No, the 7th. Oh my God. The 7th of December, 2024. And yes, we are on the positive ascending timeline, especially due to all of the activities that the Whiteheads are conducting as I speak. Now, before I get started with today's update, I do want to welcome everybody, all the new people that are in the house. For those that are new, my name is Ismael Perez. I am the author of those magnificent books back there, The Secret Government, Invisible Architects, and then, of course, Our Cosmic Origin, both which revealed a lot of suppressed information, restoring galactic history, the real history of our world, the histories of both the Whiteheads, Earth Alliance, and, of course, the Cabal, and much more. Now, I also wanted to thank those that have voted for me for the book awards for the Concious Live Expo coming up in February. Thank you so much. I read a lot of the comments and I did get a lot of votes from the Galactic Jedis. Thank you, thank you. Now, to make it easier for those that have not had the chance to vote, I will put the direct link in the description. Now, that noise you guys hear in the background is my 46-pound fawn pit bull, Athena, chowing down on her food, all right? So don't mind her. She's hungry. Now, so again, for those that have not voted for my book, Our Cosmic Origin, for the upcoming book awards for the Los Angeles Conscious Live Expo, I will be putting the direct link in the description to make it easier for you guys. Some people couldn't find it. And so, yeah, I'm going to make it easier for you guys. Now, I do want to make a date in reference today. Today on the 7th, 7th of December, believe it or not, on this very day in the year 1941, I'm sure some of you guys might even know the event already, but on this day, tragically, they bombed Pearl Harbor. The Japanese bombers launched a surprise aerial attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor on the island of Oahu, Hawaii, precipitating the entry of the United States into the Second World War. Now, for those that have read The Secret Government, Invisible Architects, I'm actually wearing the shirt today. You do know that this war was orchestrated by the Jesuits, right? The Vatican has always been at the core of every war for the last 1700 years. So it was a war that was definitely orchestrated by the Jesuits. And if you don't believe me, even Hitler himself was, crowned Holy Roman Emperor, as revealed in The Secret Government, by the Pope during those days. I think it was Pope Clement. And he was also chartered and signed an agreement with the Jesuits. Back then, it was the Jesuit by the name of Franz Pepin, to be exact, that signed a contract with Hitler, indicating that if he would have won the war, everybody on this planet would have been converted Roman Catholic. Yeah, talk about a modern day Inquisition. But luckily, that war failed, thanks to the Allies, right? And the forces of good. Now, I do want to mention a few things. Oh, that was Athena right there. I do want to mention a few things. First and foremost, guys, Mr. T, I'm just going to call him Mr. T, right? For those that play baseball, I'm already on 2 of those, what they call strikes, so I got to be careful. Mr. T was actually in France negotiating, due to the collapse of the government, negotiating a republic, not to mention also putting France on the quantum financial system, right, for the GCR, which is a big thing, okay, because the last week, of course, the corrupt government of France, which was controlled by the European Union. Now, I do have one of the Galactic Jedis that thinks that the European Union was good and NATO was good. It's the other way around, okay? The European Union is no other than the resurrection of the Holy Roman Empire, and NATO is its international police force. So that is the first beast of Babylon, which I revealed in The Secret Government. So thank God that Mr. T was able to coordinate, some sort of contract with the French in order to put them with the new, financial system that they're about to roll out very, very soon. Now, another thing that took place is that the leader, I'm I'm not even going to mention his name, but the president of Ukraine surrendered, officially surrendered. Okay. And Mr. T also made it clear that the Brandon administration will no longer be funding him. Okay. So he is going to be cut off from all the funds, which is a very good thing, which means that the war with Russia is coming to a halt, is coming to a halt very, very soon. How exciting is that for those that were fear mongering a month ago, thinking that we were going to go into the Third World War? I mentioned it is just fear porn and fear tactics. Okay, nothing to worry about. So that's a very good thing. Now, I really don't want to get much into the geopolitics of what's going on because I want to save that for White Hat Monday. Now, another thing I wanted to share is regarding the Galactic Alliance. Okay, the Galactic Alliance want you guys to know that it's about rediscovering who you truly are. It's about, you could say, it's about tapping into the power within yourself. Okay, they don't want to be worshipped. That's the last thing that the higher dimensionals want. They don't want to be looked at as superior to us. In fact, they are here to serve us. And if you want to be technical, due to the 97, 98% of our dormant DNA, once that turns on, we're actually going to be by far more superior than all of the other races out there in the cosmos. Okay. So they don't see us as inferior. Okay. They see us as, citizens of the cosmos and the galaxy. And the one thing that the Galactic Alliance wants from each and every single one of you is that you guys maintain your own sovereignty, that you guys keep your own power, that you guys discover that divine essence within you so that you could cultivate that Christ consciousness and become, the divine being that you are meant to be. Okay. Now, I do have, due to the fact that I have a lot of the new subscribers that have been asking me during the chat and also during the comments, since I do read the comments, they ask me all the time about, the Galactic Federation. What do I think about the Galactic Federation? Well, as the story goes, the wars that took place in the higher dimensions, right? The wars in our galaxy were fought by two factions, right? The Draco-Orion Empire, meaning representing the dark faction, and of course the Galactic Federation of Worlds. However, the Galactic Federation of Worlds, which was working or had been working with the Earth Alliance, all this time, for the last thousands of years, they've been monitoring our world, working from behind the scenes. The Galactic Federation of Worlds, yes, had to reorganize into the Galactic Alliance as of 2021. Now, I do have a lot of new people that don't understand the transition from the Galactic Federation of Worlds to the Galactic Alliance, okay? It turns out that Enki, Poseidon, the great trickster, right, of ancient Atlantis, the reason why Atlantis fell, well, due to, the fiasco that him and his son Marduk conducted, had returned, right, after he was, of course, after he had left the scene for a while. He was forbidden to go to the outskirts of our universe where it was contaminated by nanites, which are mind eaters, nano-sized, cybernetic, microscopic intelligences, very, very small AIs, you could say, that are mind eaters, taking over, the minds and membranes of specimens, destroying civilizations in the outskirts of our galaxy and universe. Not our galaxy, I'm sorry, universe. So Enki was forbidden to go there. So he went there. He was consumed by these mind eaters, right? Some people call it black goo. When they took over his mind, he came back under the command of Omega Metatron, which is the AI overlord of the negative alien groups, to pretty much infiltrate the Galactic Federation of Worlds. But in order to infiltrate the Galactic Federation of Worlds, he needed to extract genetics from human starseed women. And the reason he needed to do that was to access the genetic coding of the Pleiadians, the Lyrians, and the Syrians, right, who are our real ancestors, not the Anunnakis, in order to access the navigational systems of the fleets of the Galactic Federation. So when Enki did that, he also projected the difference between the current, you could say, Galactic Federation commanders, And what they would be if they were to also fuse with nanotechnology, right, giving them some sort of cybernetic enhancement. Some of the galactic commanders decided to join Anki because Anki showed them pretty much he showed them what would happen to us, or what would happen to the rest of the galactic community as a result of us activating our dormant DNA. Now, he made it seem like we were going to become tyrants. He made it seem like we were going to become super, you could say, super beings. But yes, we are going to become super beings. But he made it seem like we were going to take over the galaxy. So he deceived some of the commanders. The commanders were able to undetect his deception, joined with Enki. And so the commanders that were left had to reorganize into the Galactic Alliance, okay? So as of 2021, when Enki infiltrated the Galactic Federation of Worlds, and not a lot of people talked about this, I think only one other person was able to validate this information. And from what I come to understand, even now, Alex Coiler is coining the Galactic Alliance. He doesn't call them Galactic Federation anymore. So apparently people are catching on to this, that the good interstellar community that is helping the Y-hats is now known as the Galactic Alliance, okay? But before 2021, they were known as the Galactic Federation of Worlds. As of 2021, they reorganized to the Galactic Alliance to differentiate from the traitors that decided to join Enki. Now, unfortunately, some of these commanders were very high-ranking individuals. To give you guys an example, Commander Ashtar Sharan, all right, he decided to join. But luckily, because we do live in a multiverse, and there are 12 major versions of our universe rather, the Ashtar from the Delta verse decided to jump into the Alpha verse, because we're part of the Alpha verse. There's different versions. There's the Beta verse, there's the Delta verse, the Gamma verse. You guys get me, right? There's a total of 12 major versions of our universe, right? Due to the metaverse, right? Due to the idea that there's alternative universes. So what ended up happening was the Ashtar commander of the Delta universe decided to come into our universe to help us as the good Ashtar. So as a result of that, we do have a negative Ashtar, right, that decided to join Enki. And then we also have a positive Ashtar that came to us from the Delta universe. The Delta universe is still a positive trajectory. So yes, there are alternative universes. Edward just typed that in. Absolutely. So how this works is in the multiverse, the metaverse, right? All the infinite probabilities ultimate collapse into 12 versions, all the way from the Alpha verse to the Omega verse. Now, the Omega verse is where the AI, overlord wins the war and manages to enslave all the organic life forms within the organic multiverses in order to power up the Phantom Matrix, which is a carbon copy multiverse, filled with cybernetic artificial intelligences, no biological life forms. So in that verse, the Omega verse, the AI god, or whatever you want to call him, overlord, wins the war, okay? But we are in the Alpha verse, okay? In the Alpha verse, God Almighty and the good guys are the ones that win the war. So that is good news, okay? So ultimately, all of these multiverses are now collapsing due to the convergence of cycles that we are now encountering. So they are now collapsing into what I call the three timelines, okay? The three timelines. So you have a positive timeline. You also have a negative timeline, which is a technocratic dystopia. There you go. You guys can see me better now. And you also have a middle timeline where, it's going to be a mixture of both metahumans, or us. Once we activate our dormant DNA, we become superhuman or angelic type of specimens with supernatural abilities. And then you're also going to have cyborgs, and you're also going to have Earth Terrans. So those are going to be in the middle timeline, all right? And then in the negative timeline, you're going to have 1,000 years of technocratic dystopia ruled by the AI menace, Omega, who is also known as the Ahriman, according to Theosophy texts, okay? The Ahriman which is the king of the archons, is the AI god Omega Metatron. Well, he goes by Omega Metatron, which has nothing to do with the original Metatron. He just hijacked the name because the term Metatron means creator of the outer light. So what is the opposite of the creator of the outer light? Well, the destroyer of the outer light, or the diminisher of the outer light. So that's why he calls himself Omega Metatron. Okay, nothing to do with the original Metatron, who is an archangel. So yes, one of the things that we need to know regarding all the different types of, ETs out there, interdimensionals, extraterrestrials, whatever you want to call them, is that those that are our allies never wanted to be worshipped or never wanted to be superior to us. In fact, they saw us as equals. They wanted us to evolve so that we could partake and share in the rest of the galactic and cosmic community with them. Okay. However, the negative ones, on the other hand, those are the ones that wanted to be worshipped, right? Hence the negative Anunnaki. Those are the ones that wanted to enslave us. Those are the ones that wanted to control us. Okay. Well, those ETs, some of them were even humanoid. Not all of them were draconian and reptilian. All right. But yes, generally speaking, the reptilians of Orion, the Draco and the Hydra, have been at the core of the, of the evil. Well, with their superior, the Overlord, the AI Overlord. But some of the galactic humans also betrayed us, like the Aldebarans, which used to be some of the Lyrans, right? They decided to join the Orion Empire. So why am I saying all this? Well, because they want me to tell you guys that we are really, really close to first contact. Really close to first contact, especially because the White Hats are now coming back into the limelight, into open power, where they're now in a position to be sharing a lot of the high classified information, a lot of these secrets that have been kept from humanity for hundreds of years. So that's the reason why we're really close to first contact. So everything that's going to be happening, when the White Hats start releasing all of this information, is yes, that's right. Pancake Patel says, Ishmael, a great question. Is Earth the most difficult school to go through of any planet? We are so enslaved, paying taxes, work, and well, this is also the hardest dimension to experience. Okay, as a reminder, Galactic Jedis, we've been descending from the highest levels of reality as pure light beings of light. For those that have read our Cosmic Origin, I explain it very well in our Cosmic Origin, and we've been descending into denser, you could say, more denser realities with different vehicles, all the way to the point where we started condensing into physical form. Okay, so the truth of the matter is this. Okay, we are getting ready as an Earth community. Okay, our entire planet is getting ready to make first contact, because we have never been so close. We have never been so close in the last thousands of years for this opportunity that's about to happen as a result of the White Hats coming into power. Okay, because some of the secrets that they will be revealing is, of course, the documents, the highly classified information. All that stuff is going to come out very, very soon. And so all that is going to lead into the event known as first contact. In fact, there is, I do want to share an article regarding that, about first contact. One second, let me go ahead and find it. That is coming from Commander Valiant Thor. All right, so this is what Commander Valiant Thor is saying. So he believes that on the 10th of January, okay, this is coming from Commander Valiant Thor, 2025, which is really close, full disclosure of Galactic Alliance and contract with extraterrestrial civilizations announced to the world. According to Commander Valiant Thor, this is supposed to happen on the 10th of January, 2025. So, we'll see, all right? But things are getting really close to that point. So I wouldn't doubt it, okay? So he says that full disclosure of galactic alliances and contract with extraterrestrial civilizations are going to be announced to the world. A new chapter for humanity begins with Nisera Gesera, all right, coming January 2025. Very fascinating. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, um, yeah, I'm going to save the rest. I'm going to save the rest for White Hat Monday. So that way I could give you guys a good report. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and take some questions. But before I do want to acknowledge some of the Galactic Jedis that are in the house. I see Amanda Tempori, Elizabeth Namaste, Carrie Bonificio, Carolina Malice. Who else? Joanna's in the house. Pauline, Mathis Chronicles. Project Skyfalls is in the house. Nature Boy is in the house. MJF is in the house. Aaron, Keithway, I think. Chat is going so fast. Andromeda Daisy, I think I've already mentioned her. Yeah, Monica Kalmagowski is in the house. Edward is in the house. Renee Lacosco. Oh my God. Starlight is in the house. Who else is in the house? Uh, it's so hard to read when it's going like this. All right. So, all 1,665 people, and I think I need my glasses now. So, yes. We're definitely living in the best times ever. Always going to remind you guys of that. We have nothing to worry about. And I know it's very hard for some of the star seeds. All right. Some of you volunteers out there are having very difficulties, are having very, a hard time, are having challenges. And I feel you. I sympathize with you guys. But, you know, ending our lives isn't the end, okay? Putting an end to our lives just so that we go back to our home world isn't going to solve things, is what I'm trying to say. Just relax and know that this whole thing is coming to an end, and that a new world or a new age is coming at the same time. And that when our DNA turns on, you're going to be having access to all your memories. So don't give up. Don't give up on the Envoy Starseed program, okay? Hang in there, guys. We're about to celebrate. We're about to have a planetary jubilee very, very soon. Sasha Lee says, what hurts the most is seeing so many people suffering every day. True, true, very true. But again, the time has come, right? The time has come for even he or she of the least among us. I'm talking about the homeless people, the people that have nothing, that are living on Skid Row. They're all going to be provided for very, very soon, guys. All going to be provided for. I do have a super chat from Joyful. Welcome, Joyful. You said back on April 8th, we had the bifurcation of the timelines. What happened? Where are the tier 4 funds? Good questions. I'm going to start with the first one. So the bifurcation takes about a year. First of all, it takes about a full year for it to make a complete split. So as of April, due to the eclipse that we had, yes, we did have the beginning of the bifurcation of timelines, but they will not complete itself until April of 2025. And so, and coincidentally speaking, that actually happens to correspond with the maximum, solar maximum, which is very, very interesting. We might be seeing some sort of a solar flash taking place. So right now, the timelines are splitting, but they're not going to be fully split until April 2025. Now, the second part of your question, I don't really know what's going on with the tiers. All I know is that we have to be patient. You will be getting an 800 call to go to your local bank and receive your prosperity programs. But it's coming, okay? It's coming. I just had an opportunity to be on the Charlie Ward show, and Charlie Ward was telling me that all of this stuff is going to go down within the next 50 days. So Charlie Ward, as an insider, I trust what he says as well. But when it comes to the prosperity programs, guys, I don't know the day or the time. All I know is that they do exist. I cannot give any financial advice, guys, or I cannot give any, other kind. MEDCAL advice, because of the fact that I am hanging by a thread. I really don't want to lose my channel. So I will not give financial advice anymore. Let's see. I am Divine Creation. Thank you so much for the super chat. Your question is, will med beds be before or after first contact? I would say it's probably going to happen all around the same time, one thing after another. Now, there was one thing I did want to say that I completely lost. I lost my track of mind, guys. It happens to the best of us. Let's see. Ishmael, the subtleties are not activated. Yes, I tried turning on the subtleties. It's not letting me. So I'm going to keep doing that. All right. Do you know anything about the Andromeda galaxy, and do they have a role in our ascension? I think that's what you're trying to say. Yes, in fact, the Andromeda galaxy is it's our sister galaxy, right? The Milky Way is a younger galaxy. In fact, the Milky Way was once part of the Andromeda galaxy. So they used to be a super galactic cluster known as Amway. So unfortunately, the Milky Way was severed, right? It was cut off from the Andromeda galaxy when the AI overlord decided to drop us in density, our entire galaxy. But now, as I speak, they are reuniting again. They are coming back into what appears to be collision, but really what they're doing is they're merging. They're merging. Oh, and another thing about the med beds, Mr. T just signed a huge, you could say a huge, I don't want to use the word contract, but it's very similar to Project Warp Speed, but it's about the med beds. So he's signing this thing where he wants these things to be rolled out ASAP. Even as soon as him when he gets inaugurated, sometime in January. But don't quote me on that. But he is doing that from behind the scenes. He wants these things to be rolled out immediately. Okay, so that's a very good thing. Be the light. Thank you so much for your super chat. I keep running into random strangers who are rude and mean. Could some of them be NPCs? That's the first part of your question. Perhaps there's a big chance that they are. Do dark forces steer NPCs around? Oh, yes. In fact, NPCs are controlled by the AI signal. The AI signal is the negative AI, invasive AI that's been infiltrating our galaxy for millions of years. All right. It's been here for about 560 million years. It established its epicenter in Orion with the reptilians and Alpha Draconis on the Thuban and on the Regal star system. But it's broadcasting from another galaxy called the Whirlpool Galaxy. That's where it has its main stronghold. In fact, the entire Whirlpool Galaxy has been taken over by artificial intelligence. So yes, we could say that NPCs are directly controlled by the AI signal, which is a signal right now, of course. But they are building the infrastructure so that signal could embody into an avatar, right? Which is a super advanced computer. Do dark forces steer NPCs around, or are they just lefties losing it? Thank you. Well, like I said, the NPCs are controlled by AI. Absolutely. This is a very good reminder, guys. This is a very good reminder. I'm going to go ahead and put my Rumble link in the description, so that way, if anything happens to me here, you guys could always follow me on Rumble. Okay, so make sure you guys all sign up for my Rumble channel. It's also on my website, ourcosmicorigin.com. Go to my website and look up my Rumble and click and become a member. Sign up to my Rumble channel. or subscribe rather, subscribe, just in case anything happens to me. And as a reminder, guys, right now I am doing a holiday special, which is for my classes, right? Our Cosmic Origin is only $100 and Ascension Basics is only $150. However, my new class, first come, first serve, I'm only taking 20 people. That's $400. So, that's next level Ascension. Now, I am going to take a question from Rudy. Rudy stayed. Thank you so much for the super chat. Are there any openings to the inner earth in Canada? Love and gratitude. I am not sure. Most of the openings are either in the North Pole, South Pole, and around huge energies. You could say where there's huge energy vortexes, such as, the Gobi Desert, such as the Himalayas, the Himalayan mountains, such as Mount Shasta, wherever there's these vortexes, right, around these mountains and so on and so forth. That's where the entrances are. But yeah, we do have one in the North Pole. And then, of course, we have one in Antarctica, which is the entrance that Admiral Byrd, right, had to use when he first encountered the inner Earthlings. Elizabeth Hutchinson, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here. I think you have mentioned you are in contact with a future version of yourself. Can you share anything? I am. Yes, I am. Can you share anything about that? For example, what is your name? What do you do? Where do you live? Describe it, etc. Oh my God, I don't know if I can give too much details about that, but I live on a mountain. My name is different. I'm not Ishmael. I'm actually my higher self. Let me just tell you this. The higher dimensions correspond to the future. So as we move up into the 4th and 50, that is the future Earth, okay? As we go into the 60, that is the future. That is from the 5th dimensional perspective, that is the future point from that. So the higher we move up in dimensions, the more we go into the future. So yes, my higher self is definitely some sort of a multidimensional being that is accessing different versions of himself, including me here in the 3D, in order to give me information. But that's all I could share. And yes, I do live on a big mountain. I'm not going to say which one, though. Let's see, the second part of your question. Oh, I guess that's it. You're welcome, Elizabeth. Michael Butler, thank you so much, brother, for the super chat. When is the flash? And is that when we go to 5D, will we physically not see some friends and family when this happens? No, not at all. You're still going to be able to see your friends and family. Because even if they are not advanced souls or starseeds, they're still going to go or advance to the 4th D Earth. So you're going to have the ability to pop into the 4th D Earth reality at will. Absolutely. And so the only difference is that in the 4th D reality, because you're coming from the 5th D reality, you are going to appear to have supernatural abilities. Okay, that's the only difference. Now, another thing that I wanted to share with you guys is that due to the transition, due to Mother Earth ascending, because the entire planet is ascending, we are definitely going to be witnessing more volcanic activities, more seismic activities, more earthquakes, natural weather patterns getting worse in the next few weeks as we end the Mayan calendar. So, but we have nothing to worry about because we are transitioning into the Terra Earth dimensions 4, 5, and 6, where none of that stuff is going to be affecting us. But that explains why Yellowstone is starting to blow. Okay, I'm not trying to create no fear porn here. I'm not trying to do that. But a huge, I think Mount Helen as well in Oregon is a portion of it has blown. So a part of Yellowstone is blowing up. But will it get worse? Who knows? Perhaps, because we are living in the end days. We are living at the end of the cycle. And not to say that the world's going to end, but we are living in prophetic times. So will it get worse? Hey, it could happen, but just know that if it does, we are going to be right before it does, right before it, messes up, a good 50% of the US. We are going to shift into a higher timeline where it's not going to be affecting us. Okay. So, in other words, this is the real 2012. We are living in 2012, according to the real calendar. Is there going to be any galactics at the RV? Good question. This is a question from Mike Steinberg. I need them for my projects. Um, I'm not sure about that, Mike. I'm not sure about that, but again, all of this stuff is leading towards some sort of first contact. Okay, so that's a good thing. Wolf Mother, thank you so much for the super chat. I heard that the entrances to the inner earth are located under all pyramids on the earth. Yes, that is also correct. And the reason being is because all of the pyramids, including those that are in the ocean, are built on energy vortexes that are like entry points, like portals that lead to the inner earth civilizations. So that is also correct. Absolutely. Vicky says, Ishmael, why haven't we heard about Zelensky surrendering? Well, the mainstream media is not going to tell us that. But soon, as Trump comes into power in January, it's all going to be known. It's all going to be known. But yeah, but the point is, I'm not sure what Elon Musk and Mr. T told him, but yeah, he's definitely surrendering. Perhaps they even threatened him. Who knows? Oh, and the reason the healthcare CEO was taken out was there was a lot of controversy, revolving around him. One of the things was that he was actually about to testify against no other than Nancy Pelosi regarding some fraud that she did with the healthcare companies. So he actually created a lot of enemies. That's why the guy was taken out. But that's what I heard. That's what I heard. I heard that he was about to expose Nancy Pelosi and her ties with these corrupt companies. That's all I'm going to say. What dimensions are the inner Earth people? Good question. This is a question from Loma Angie. Loma Angie, welcome, welcome. They are fourth, 5, and 6. They live in the Terra Earth. See, in the inner Earth, they still have the Terra Earth realm. All right, we on the surface world have been dropped. We dropped from density 4, 5, and 6 into dimensions 1, 2, and 3. Wolf Mother says, "Is he really dead? I think the White Hats have him." Who knows? But I think he is. Based on my intuition, I think he is, because he was about to expose again some of the deep staters. So, but who knows? You could be right. You could be right. Bernadette Clark says, "My daughter lives in California. Should I be worried?" I wouldn't worry. No, these predictions that yes, again, it's going to happen, but it's going to happen in the old world. The old world is crumbling. but the new Earth is here. So there's going to be a transitioning into the new Earth right before the big earthquake happens in California that everybody's expecting, where part of California subsumes or goes into the ocean. A big part of the East Coast goes underwater, but that's not happening in the new Earth. Okay, so there will be some sort of transition into the new Earth before that happens. So we don't have anything to worry about. Of course, if you're a good person, if you have a good heart. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to go get something to drink. 1 second. All right, I am back. What are the scouting ships deployed for New Jersey? Ooh, this is a good one. Let me see if I could. What are the scouting ships deployed for New Jersey? Is very curious. The scouting ships, those are part of the Galactic Alliance. So, like I said, we're going to start seeing a lot of more sightings from the positive alliances, from the Galactic Alliance, in the next few weeks, the next few months, which is all going to lead to some sort of first contact. Vicky Andrew says, thank you for keeping us informed on a regular. Oh, you are so welcome. It is an honor to serve at this time. Thank you. Where on your website does it say where to sign up on Rumble? Cannot find it. So what you do is when you go to my website, you scroll all the way down and you're going to see my YouTube link, my Instagram, Facebook, X, Rumble. So you have to scroll down when you go to my website, and then you're going to see the links, and you just press on my Rumble channel. So if you guys could all subscribe to my Rumble channel, that would be great. Now, also, for those that didn't get an opportunity to vote for me for the book awards, I'm going to go ahead and put the link directly in the description. Following the live here, just go to the description, click on the link, and just vote for my book. That'd be greatly appreciated. I've never won an award in my life. I would love to win an award for my book that I wrote, Our Cosmic Origin. It took me more than 10 years to write that book. A lot of information in that book. Edward says, I voted twice. Well, thank you, Edward. Sylvia Vidal says, I got my family to vote for you. Well, we automatically know. Oops, let me go ahead and rewind. Well, we automatically know how to drop down a lower dimension or be taught how to. You'll know how to do it. Once you are activated to using at least 12 strands of DNA capacity, you'll be able to know how to do that. In fact, you used to know how to do that. So all of that memory is going to come back to you. What species is Thor the god, or is he simply a Norse god? Hope my question makes sense. No, that's a good question, Nature Boy. He's what you called a guardian. He's what you call a guardian of the nine realms. So in our universe, the guardians of the nine realms are the Syrians and the Anuhasis. The Anuhasis are the gods of old. Descendants of the Anuhasis are Zeus, right, according to Greek mythology, and Thor, right? Thor is also a descendant of the Anuhasi race. So the Anuhasi race is the original guardian race of the nine realms. And yes, they do exist at the center of the galaxy. They have a home there where they're able to actually monitor the nine realms. So there's a lot of truth to that. Ishmael, can you talk about the Hathors? The Hathorian civilization are also refugees of Lyra, very human-like, like us. They look like us. We look like them. The Hathors were actually one of the first civilizations to develop defense weapons against the draconian reptilians. So they are very, very advanced spiritually, but at the same time, they're also very well balanced with their technological development. MJF, thank you so much for the super chat. Ishmael, do you have to worry about the ETs on the far side of the moon? If you're referring to negative ETs, those have been taken out as well. They are no longer a threat. Ishmael, will people who do not ascend still have access to med beds? Also, will they be available for public use in 2025? It's looking like that, yes, because Mr. T is pushing them forward. People who do not ascend, well, put it this way, the only Earth that's going to be remaining behind is the 4th D, 5th D, and 6th D Earth. So the med beds are going to exist in the 4th D Earth reality. Ishmael, are the cats on Earth related to the Lyrans? The answer to that is yes, absolutely. Ishmael, how do the different civilizations communicate? That is a very good question, Samuel Stewart. I would suggest take our cosmic origin class, and I break down all the different types of advanced civilizations, the different galactic commanders, and then I also explain their different characteristics and some of their features. So, yeah, because depending on the type, you have type 1 all the way to type 5 and 6 now. So they all communicate differently. But if you want me to explain it in detail, my course is only $100. Go to my website or cosmicorigin.com. Take that class. It's 4 classes, 4 consecutive weeks, full of information. All right. As a reminder, once again, guys, I'm going to put the direct link for my book awards in the description. Now, I do have a question from Ricardo Donato. He says, redemption has started. Sent info Facebook page. Okay, good to know. There we go. There we go. All right, if you guys can give me 1 minute, I have to use the bathroom. I don't want to end the live just because I have to go tingle. 1 second. Thank you so much. Oops, I'm still muted. No, I'm not. Thank you so much for your patience, guys. All right, this is another good question from Terry Carl. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and pin this one. She says, Ishmael, from what I understand about the Nasera Gesera, that there very well can be, that there very well can be imposters portraying something that they are not. This is, okay, what I'm going to say to you, Terry, is always use discernment when it comes to, even hearing truthers. Even myself, take what resonates and discard what doesn't. But always use discernment. That's all I'm going to say. MJF. All right, I think I've already answered that. Sandy Kozma. She says, Ishmael, how can we tell what our frequency is? Good question. There are certain gadgets, technologies, you could say, that actually read frequencies, but it's not like you can go to a particular, place or a doctor's office and say, read my frequency. But there are ways to read your frequency. But if you are a high vibing person, if you're for the most part happy, at peace, you're a really good person, then chances are you have a high frequency. Um, Ishmael, is Q actually on X? I'm not sure, but I know that the 17th letter of the alphabet is very, very real. Ishmael, are you on Earth right now? Let me check. So far, so good. Yes, I am on Earth. I am sitting here in my desk, on my chair, in front of you guys. So, yes, I am on Earth. Oh, Advanced Healing Tool says, I am the owner of quantum feedback technology. Cool, cool. Maybe that is the tech that reads vibration, right? Or frequencies. Yes, this is, for those that are new to my channel, this is the real Ismael Perez. I don't even know if I have those fake accounts still existing anymore. I don't even know if they're still up. But back in the day, I had like 20 different accounts or YouTube channels that were claiming to be me. So no, yeah, this is the real Ismael Perez for sure. Please explain dimensions 1 and 2. This is from Galactic Jedi Simple. Well, the first dimension, I guess in terms of a picture, it corresponds to a dot, and it is the consciousness of an element. Okay. The second dimension, in terms of arithmetic or pictures, corresponds to a line, and it is the consciousness of a plant. The third dimension, which corresponds to the line and the length, which is 3D, right? Length, width, and height. That corresponds to the consciousness of the animal kingdom and the human kingdom. And then, the fourth dimension is the beginning of the celestial kingdom, angelic kingdom. Fifth, higher angelic kingdom. Sixth, higher angelic kingdom. Seventh, archangelic kingdom. 8, 9, 10, 11, you get to the, Elohim kingdom, and so on and so forth. Where is your nice dog today? I think she could be sleeping. She's probably in a different part of the house sleeping. Ishmael, explain what will the negative timeline dark age be? This is from Ron Safford. That is going to be ruled by AI. It's going to be kind of like the Matrix, where the humans are going to be stuck in a cybernetic, computerized world, a digital world. And so there's going to be cyborgs, there's going to be machines, and then they ain't going to be no more people like us. It's just going to be cyborgs and machines. So that's going to be a technocratic dystopia ruled by the AI god himself, Omega. So that's what the negative timeline is, and that's the meaning of 1,000 years of 1,000 years of rule by the Antichrist. Right? You're going to have 1,000 years of rule by the Christ, which is us, the millennium. And then you have the 1,000 years of rule by the Antichrist. And then they merge once again for that final battle that takes place at the end of the millennium. Ishmael, will pets will also be able to use med beds? Yes. So there are going to be different types of med beds. Some of them are going to be for animals. Some of them are going to be for humans. Absolutely. Will the Anunnaki be returning? Well, put it this way. The negative Anunnaki, those that took over the affairs of our world, have been arrested. Enki, however, he left the scene, but he's going to be dealt with at the end of the millennium. You should read my book, Our Cosmic Origin. It's all explained there. But what if I tell you guys that a new branch or a new, set of Anunnaki will emerge among us? That's right. Some of us are descendants of the positive angelic Anunnaki. So in that regard, when we activate our dormant DNA, we are going to be in a way like returning, right? We're going to be emerging with our new abilities as gods and goddesses or superhumans. So in that regard, yes, the Anunnaki will be returning through us, not from the sky anymore, but emerging from the already existing human race. Susie Q says that resonates with me highly. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for explaining that. You're welcome, Bernadette. Where do we go during the ascension? Nowhere. We stay here. All we do is move from this 3D Earth into the 4th, 5th, or 60, depending on where you're vibrating at. All right, guys. I'm going to have a really good report. I wanted to share some of the updates, the Earth Alliance Whitehead updates with you guys today, but I'm holding back for Monday night. I need to have a show Monday night, so I'll see you guys Monday night for a Whitehead Alliance update. Talk to you guys then. Bye.